Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Spiderduck Network. Today we're going to play the Banner Saga, which has been the subject of a lot of controversy lately. I'm not going to go into that. I just want to talk about how great this game is. If you're into turn-based strategy games, the Banner Saga is awesome. It's very unique. Just looking at the art style, you'll see the beautiful artwork in this game, and the character-driven experience and decision-making actually makes it feel like a BioWare game in that sense as well. So there's a lot of good stuff about this game and a lot of interesting things to it. It's not just your average turn-based strategy game, but the turn-based strategy aspect of it is actually really fun as well and really enjoyable. And it actually has a little bit of Oregon Trail in it. In a way, it's kind of interesting because you're actually traveling across the country, trying to get to a certain point while making decisions on the road, and things come up, just like in something like Oregon Trail, which could lead to the death of certain characters. Certain characters actually end up dying based on decisions you make. So a lot of times, it's like your favorite characters keep dying off. I don't know if Joss Whedon had anything to do with the Banner Saga, but if he did, I wouldn't be surprised just because of all the favorite characters that keep dying. But it looks like we're about to engage into a battle here, and this will show off the turn-based strategy system. The turn-based system here in the Banner Saga, it's actually really easy to pick up and play. Really easy to get into. It can be complex too, and it's definitely challenging. And the difficulty will ramp up at times, but that makes it a really good system because it still provides you with a challenge, but it's very easy to learn step by step. Here, you can actually rank the turn order of your characters and put them in whatever order you wish to put them in. So here I'm kind of putting my stronger guys up front, the ones that have less hit points in the back. You can kind of strategize however you want. You might want to put those guys first so that they can get off a ranged shot if they're a ranged character or something like that. But we're about to get into it, and you'll see just how great this game looks. I mean, it's absolutely wonderful. This is the beginning of a battle where you actually get to choose the initial placement of your characters. Certain maps do have different placement depending on where the enemies are. So you may be able to just place them like in certain blocks or in certain areas around the map. It just all depends on the area in the battle itself. So each individual battle is a bit unique in that sense, and you kind of have to change up your strategy a little bit depending on that. And this is kind of early on, before I completely understood all the battle systems. I understand it a bit more, so if it seems like I'm doing pretty terribly at times, I am. But you can attack, defend. Each character has a special. So Ivor here, he has a battering ram, which will knock the unit back 4. And one of the cool things too about this is when you attack, you can actually choose whether to attack their defenses or whether to straight up do damage to them. If you attack their defenses first and get their shielding down, you'll end up doing more damage in the long run, and that's usually the route that I go for. It actually makes the system a bit more complex because you kind of almost have to get their shield down to really do any damage, or else you're just going to sit there and just chip away a little bit at a time if you don't do that. So it's definitely smart to start off by taking out their shields. But yeah, this is me checking everything out for the first time here with Trigby. Really hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's a weird character name, but Yeah, using the bow. And see, that was me aiming at the shielding there. Because you can see both their bars. The blue is the shield, the red is just their regular hit points. And then if you look at whenever you're doing an attack, if you see above it, it's the star, the yellow kind of star symbol. It's not really a star, but that actually lets you do a few things. When you're moving, it'll let you move further than normal, and it'll expel those points. So you only get so many of those. When you kill an enemy, you get extra ones that you can use back up. But it does that. It also lets you do more damage when doing an attack, and that'll also exert those points. So they're definitely special points, basically, that you can use for various things. See right here, for him to move there, I have to use one of those. And then I want to do a little bit of extra damage with him, so I used another point there to get his shield down faster. And as you level up, you'll start to do more damage with these characters. Like I said, this is still early on, so it's still a little bit low damage, but where I'm at now, I'm doing a lot more damage with certain characters. See now, Impale is his special, and the special for anybody that's a spearman, which will do more damage if you're, facing them up front. But his strength is to attack from the side, especially whenever you want to tactically not try to get too close while getting close at the same time. But right here, I'm checking out the damage to see who I should attack here and take down some shields. And if you look at the grid, whenever you hit a spot where you can actually attack somebody, you'll see their the number light up underneath them, and that means that you can hit them from the spot. So there's a lot of good visual indicators for what you're doing. It takes a little bit of learning, but once you get used to it, leads to some good stuff. Now, Let is strictly an archer. Whereas Rook can actually get up close with his axe or use archery. Oh man, I didn't even realize Trigby went down there. When a character goes down, they don't actually die. They're just down for that battle. So you kind of don't have to worry about it in a Fire Emblem type of way. And there's the achievement. Whenever you make a kill with each character type, you get an achievement, Steam achievement. But the combat is very easy to learn. It's a lot of fun, and just the animations and how the game looks is just so unique. It almost looks like one of those like 80s like cartoon movies, but it's just, you can tell it's completely hand drawn and just completely well done, and it looks great. Alright, and he just got promoted. Actually, to level up in this game, it's it's not necessarily based on how many hits you get, how many attacks. It's actually based on how many people you kill. So each level you have to kill more people to get to the next level. So once you do that, you'll level up more, and you'll be able to set the stats here. Actually, after this battle, we'll show you how to level up a bit here. And the leveling up process. And this right here, this is more showing off the combat, but there's a lot of good story elements in this game. Not only do you make the decisions on the road while you're traveling Oregon Trail style, but you also have, once you get to certain points in the game, you'll have a lot of dialogue with different characters, and trying to make decisions on what you're going to do next. There's a point where this team will get to a city where they can either try to enter it, or because it's being barricaded by who they think is the king, or you stay outside and follow order. So it's kind of like the rebellious way of going about it, or follow and do what you're told. But there's a lot of interesting things. The characters are really awesome, and you definitely do get attached to the characters, which the fact that any of them really could die at a moment's notice without you even realizing is is definitely insane. And I've lost a couple good characters where I'm just like, no! But it happens, but that's one of the charms of the game. And actually, real quick, while I notice it, at the very top you'll see the horn there, and you'll see that it fills up whenever you get kills. That's how you'll add more of those points there. When you blow the horn, it actually gives each character that's still left in the battle one of the points to overexert yourself. I think they might be exertion points, is what they call them. We'll find out here a little bit after, once we get to leveling up. So there'll be a description of everything. And there goes Eagle. And that is the end of that battle. I am well renowned! And then it tells you who gets rewarded with a promotion. As well as how many renown. Renown are basically, it's both your money and your experience points. So you need a certain amount of renown to actually level up. But then you also need renown to buy items in the store. Items will vary depending on what they are and what they'll do to anything like adding, attack bonuses or defense bonuses, that sort of thing. And this is a decision you can make here. Yeah, see, this is a tough call here, because you can shout and let her know. You can shoot it with an arrow. You can run at it. And this can determine what characters will live or die here, actually. And that's how you can easily lose a character. and a lot of it is the decisions you make on the fly, and they're quick decisions like that. I mean, obviously, it doesn't give you a time, but you kind of have to mull over those decisions and how you want to do those decisions. It's showing you right now the items at the bottom. They give you certain things, like a Let's Brace this 1 armor, 1 strength. And you don't have to give it to, that certain person, but you can actually give that stuff to anybody. If you look to the injured parties on the roster there, those are the characters that fell during battle. They're injured for so many days. You can rest in town to make sure that they're not injured whenever they go into the next battle. Actually, you can rest if you're camped out as well. So it's always a good idea to rest. There's not really a day limit, but certain things do happen in certain days. So it really depends. But this is where you'll promote your characters here. Which, if you see the 5 there, that's the 5 renown. And that right there shows your ability to break their defenses, whereas you have your special, which the special will level up automatically. You'll have your defense, your hit points. That shows you a little bit of a bio, and then your exertion points, and then your luck. I believe it's luck. It might be... Can't remember exactly what that does here. There we go. Okay, that's your willpower. Alright, the stars are the willpower, and the exertion is the green there. It's not luck. But it's the amount of willpower you can use on a single action. So the more that you do, the more of those actions you can do at once. So say you have 2, you could add 2 to your combat whenever doing an attack if you want to use your willpower to do that. And like I said, when you get to certain levels, your special will actually automatically level up with everything else, so that you don't actually have to worry about. I tend to put a lot of stuff in the breaking of defenses, because it's super important in battle. You break those defenses down, you can take down their hit points faster. But anyway, that's kind of the basics for Banner Saga. It's an amazing game. It's really a great work of art. Here's a regular conversation between Rook and Ivor. But I absolutely love this game. The story's amazing. The gameplay is just a lot of fun, and it's very satisfying when you're playing it and actually trouncing your enemies. And once you get further and you learn the strategy a bit more, you definitely get more into it. Because there is a little bit of a learning curve, but not too much. I mean, it's very basic, but it's also very deep. So learning those deep aspects can definitely be fun. And in the camp, there's several different things here, and I'm just going to show you, I believe, the market. And at the markets, you can use your renown to buy things. But anyway, that is the Banner Saga. You all should go check it out. It is well worth the price of admission, and it's definitely worth playing through. It's a great game. It's available now on PC for Steam. I do believe it's coming to consoles later. I know Xbox 360 for sure. I'm not sure about anything else. But the Banner Saga is a great game. and should absolutely be played. And you should help support these guys, especially with all the unfortunate legal issues that they're going through. So you should definitely support them. And I want to thank you guys too for helping to support us by checking out the video here, checking out the Banner Saga. Thank you so much for watching the video, and definitely help support us because we want to do more. We want to show more games off. We like talking about games, so definitely support us. You can always find all of our videos here on youtube.com/Spiderduck Network. You can find our articles and everything on our website at spiderduck.net. You can follow me personally at Trevor Oz. That's TrevorOrOSZ. And you can also just follow us in general on Twitter at SpiderduckNet. And if you go to our website, you also see a link to our Twitch TV stream, which we do stream pretty often. We are coming up with a schedule that we'll have later, and let you know exactly what we're going to be doing down the line. So thank you guys so much for the support, and go play some these good games that are coming out. Thank you very much.